This is chapter 2, making healthful decisions. This is focusing in on building healthy skills. How do you take responsibility for your health? A lot of times, this involves making a commitment to take charge of your actions and your behaviors. You should always commit to reduce the risk and promote wellness. And now that you're ready to make informed decisions, you should be able to learn and practice these helpful skills and why it's important. This is taking steps in a responsibility of your health. What are health skills? Health skills are specific tools and strategies that lead to a better and more informed healthy choice. They involve skills that you use throughout your entire life. Developing health skills takes time and practice. The immediate long-term benefits make it very much worthwhile. Now we look at social health and the 3 essential skills for social health. Most of us are very good at social health. The first part of this is having interpersonal communication. This is the exchange of thoughts, feelings, beliefs between 2 or more people. It's basically a conversation. This helps build a strong relationship with others. We talk a little bit about how to have a good conversation with people. A lot of times it does involve eye contact and body language. Refusal skills is being able to say no to something that is harmful to you or something that may compromise your actual values. It's okay to say no and learn how to say no correctly so that you don't offend the other person, but you also are not going to bend to do something you don't want to do. Conflict resolution involves compromising with the other person to find a mutual understanding or agreement. A lot of times with conflict resolution, both parties must be willing to give in. Being an effective communicator is probably the most important social health skill strategy tool that you could ever learn to use. Being able to express your knowledge, beliefs, and ideas in many different ways, not only just expressing it, but also being able to understand others. This also includes the ability to say no to behaviors that threaten your health and your well-being. Let's look in depth on communication skills. This is the process of sending and receiving messages from yourself to others. This is basically your conversation. If I were to send a Snapchat or a text message or an email or call you on the phone, this is a communication skill. Effective communicating means that you are making yourself heard, but you're also being a good listener. The skills of this include clearly saying what you mean. Your no's are no's, your yeses are yeses. You use correct language and you're clearly saying what you mean rather than just mumbling it. Pay attention to how you say something. A lot of times the way your tone is it's going to totally reflect on how that thing was communicated. Be a good listener. Be aware of your facial expressions and your hand gestures. A lot of times, your face can say something totally different than what your mouth is saying. Looking into refusal skills. Say no. This is a technique that will help you refuse the urge to actually take part of something that is unsafe or unhealthy. It's important to know when another person's needs or desires are in conflict with your own. You might not experience this in high school, but definitely when you get into adulthood or even college, you'll be asked to do things that you don't want to do and you know are not right. This is very important that you learn how to say no to these people, and it's okay to say no to people. Here's the basic strategy involved when we're trying to convince you or teach you how to say no properly. The first thing is say no calmly. Say, I'm sorry, I don't want to. I'd rather not. No, thanks, I'm good. you go right ahead. No, I don't want to. That's just totally fine. Say no. There's nothing wrong with that. If they keep on you about this activity that you are not interested in doing, explain why you're refusing. I always say blame it on your parents. My mom always used that one. Blame it on your parents because really, they'll understand. State your feelings. Explain why the suggested activity or behavior goes against your values or beliefs. Tell them that it might even be against your religion if you want to throw that one in there. You like this person, you're telling them no, they keep coming back at you. They want to hang out with you, but you don't want to do XYZ. Well, let's suggest other alternatives. How about instead of doing this, we go do this? This would be better. This is safer. All right. Finally, or not finally, but next, what you want to do is you want to back up your words with body language. Make eye contact. If you need to, put your hands up in front of you. You don't have to touch the person, but just let them know that you're not backing down. Put your hands on your hips. Stand tall, stand firm. If you look like a wilted flower, they're going to continue to ask you to do what you don't want to. If they continue to pester you about this, just walk away, leave. Don't continue to give in to the pressure. Don't allow the pressure to even continue. Just walk away. Be like, bye, Felicia, bye. No, I'm just kidding. So, dealing with conflict resolution. This is the process of ending a conflict, hopefully through cooperation and problem solving. So this health skill can be something that can help you with people to resolve problems in an agreeable manner. Now, one of the interesting things that you have to do in life is you have to learn how to communicate with other people. The video that we're going to watch does have a customer service emphasis. However, if you think about it, when you want someone to do something or you want to sway someone your way, are we not selling something? You do this all the time with your parents. But a lot of times when we take liberty with our parents that we wouldn't normally take with other people. And oftentimes this gets us in a lot of trouble. So while she's talking about the customer being angry, think about in this video your sibling or your mother or your father or your grandparents or whoever is raising you. Think about how they would be in that situation. Looking at mental and emotional health skills, a lot of times whenever you're trying to communicate and trying to have a good life skill, you need to have good mental and emotional health. And we will go into mental and emotional health in a little bit later on, but this is just touching on some points. We really want you to be a self-directed, self-guided learner. So in order to do that, you must be health literate. This is a lot of times difficult in the teen years because now we've gone from being spoon-fed everything to suddenly now I'm going to have to start learning on my own. And the sooner you can start practicing these things, the better off you're going to be. You don't want to end up like me when I went to college and I didn't even know how to study. And I just almost flunked out my freshman year. And yeah, it wasn't that great. So 2 skills that can give your emotions a boost, all right, because we all need a little bit of help with our mental, is, having a good self-esteem, feeling confident about your self-worth. And so I added the little picture to the side. A strong, positive self-image is the best possible preparation for life, for success in life. And then so by building our self-esteem, examine the messages that you send yourself. Don't put yourself down. Don't send yourself negative thoughts or negative messages. And then the next one is stress management skills, which we spend an entire chapter on stress management. I could probably spend a whole semester on stress management. So when stress threatens to become overwhelming, try to do these strategies. These are little simple things that you can do on the regular. Rechannel your energy. What does this mean? It means instead of being angry, go for a run, go punch a pillow, go journal, coloring, drawing, all of these different things that can actually take that pent up energy. A lot of times, if you're really angry at someone, you could write them a letter and then burn it in the fireplace, preferably. But you can release that energy so that you don't have to hold on to it. Relax. Listen to some good music. Take a warm bath or take it easy. A lot of times, if you can just get away from the situation and breathe or even watch a funny movie, it's going to help you try to get rid of that stress. Laughing, again, sometimes it's hard to laugh, but I laugh at all my own mistakes. So, going through the total health skill, we have a self-directed learner model. This is gathering and using reliable information. So I will, I am, I understand, and I know. And you basically go through this in life where you are assessing the readiness to learn, setting learning goals, engaging in learning process, evaluating your learning. When you can master a skill of seeking help with problems to benefit your total health and well-being, you're going to be a much healthier overall person. Now go ahead, go ahead and click on the video and it should work just fine for you. All right. I wish I could get rid of the clapping. Sorry about that. So total health skill strategies. Getting help. Think of people who can help you, such as your parents, teachers, and counselors, or even your religious leaders. Don't forget that the number one mistake a lot of students make is that they don't turn stuff in and they don't communicate that maybe they don't understand. They're afraid to raise their hand. I say don't be afraid to raise your hand. Ask questions or talk to that teacher or that professor later on when you see them in the class period, or just say, hey, you know what? I know you were talking about getting help, but I really don't understand how to get help. Well, there's lots of different ways to do that. Also, learn about the resources in your community, such as the internet, jokingly saying the yellow pages, ha ha ha, the school nurse. And I think we've come to the end of our presentation. Now, go on to the next activity.